because I was like, Hello y'all, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome as always to another month of hits and misses, this time around discussing the wonderfulness or not so wonderfulness of January. We have made it through our first month of 2020, so yay us, round of applause, pat on the back. And I think going in on this whole 2020 has been pretty good for me. I've only done 2 reviews that y'all would have seen already, so we're doing pretty good on that low buy, not buying a lot of things. Some of y'all on Snapchat have seen I have done a little bit of skincare here and there, but nothing too crazy. I honestly think low buying is just going to be so beneficiary for me, and a couple of y'all have sent me links to videos, to YouTubers, to articles, to all kind of things to help keep me keeping it together. So thank y'all for that. It is a journey both with you and me, but obviously, we're here for the things that your girl was loving and your girl was not so loving. Firstly, on the music front, as I do, some of y'all probably know, some of y'all may not know. Anyone who are new, people who've been here with me for like forever know this. I'm a huge fan of a Japanese genre type thing of music called Visual Kei. And one of my favorite bands, incidentally, is actually one of the most popular bands in the genre, is a group called the Gazette. Now, I love a myriad of their songs, but for some reason this month I've been doing a lot of writing, been doing a lot of, working on those books that I'm writing. And one of the songs that have really been just kind of like plugging in on kind of the vibe we're going on is their song, The Pledge. Now, I will try to leave the links down below to songs that have the like English lyrics or something, because obviously it's in Japanese, and unless you're in with the Japanesey, you can't understand it. But I feel like that notwithstanding, the song and the emotion, Ruki, the lead singer, has got one of my absolute favorite voices, not just in the genre, but of all time. He's just so emotive, and this song is just, oh, it gets me in all kinds of ways, and we've been kind of like playing that one on repeat, even though it's pretty dang emotional, but we've been listening to that one a lot. Then for those of y'all, this is actually kind of funny because the dude that does the singy sing, he's a producer, just all this kind of whateverness in the music industry. The group or the whatever is called IAMX, and the song that I've been listening to a lot, once again, with the book that I'm currently working on writing, this song, it's called The Mile Deep Hollow, and it is so evocative of the relationship between 2 of my characters. It's just perfection. But the funny thing about this is he does another song that I'll also leave down below. I think it's called Stardust, which has Kat Von D in it. And I know that one of her reasons for stepping down is she's working on music, which I must admit I am kind of interested in. I saw this and I was like, wow, she actually has a really nice voice. When was this a thing? But the song, that The Mile Deep Hollow, is just, it's so, once again, it's kind of like a softer, more emotional ballad, but I don't know if it's going to resonate with anyone else, but it resonates so much with me because of those 2 characters. It's just absolutely perfect, and I've got it on my playlist, and I just keep going back to it whenever I'm doing my makeup or I'm kind of running around doing whatever. It's just, I love it. So obviously links down below. And let's get on into the makeup. Let us start with something that did not work for me, that I no longer have in my possession. I think it was 2 hauls ago. I think it was the Sephora VIB sale haul, whatever. I got the Smashbox Photo Finish eye primer, because I was like, we got the face primer, we got the whatever, let's do the eye primer and see what's what. I absolutely hated this. Now, it was like, I don't have it no more because I returned that shit. So I was like, no. It's like this, like, it's thick. It's a really thick, like, spackle-like consistency. And so you put just a little bit on going on there, and it just wasn't nice. Like, it would, I would try it just on its own and then just try to put the eyeshadow on there. That didn't work. And then I tried to, like, you know, you put it on and you blend it out and then you dust a little bit of translucent whatever, setting shade, whatever going on. That didn't work. It just always ended up looking so cakey and gunky, like it really gathered up in these lines here. It didn't make my, I mean, I'm not sure if it, like, you know, made my eyeshadow last any longer, because I was like, this is not working. It didn't make my application seamless or nice or any better. It made it worse than how I was doing it as is, you know? So I used it a couple of times and it just didn't do it for me. It was not nice. I don't know, maybe there's a specific way you're supposed to use it. I don't know. As the tagline goes, maybe I just suck at makeup. So I have yet to find a eye primer that I like. Maybe my eyes are just weird. Then I do have two things from Octoly, because y'all know your girl low buy. Part of what helps that low buy is going on to Octoly and be like, can I get anything for free? Pretty please. And as y'all also know, skincare is hideously important to me. So trying new stuff always gets me all kinds of excited. It especially gets me excited when it's from this brand, IOPE, because at least two of their products are two of my ultimate end all be all holy grail. So anytime their stuff pops up, I'm like, please, I want to try it. But this first thing here is the IOPE Enlivening Contour Serum, Agave Fructan, visibly firmed and toned skin. This was gifted to me complimentary from IOPE. And then we're going on the eye front. This is the Brighten Eye Spot Serum Licorice Glabridin. Clears and brightens skin. Also gifted to me complimentary from IOPE. But seriously, thank you people. I absolutely love your skincare. Now, I've been using both of these for about a little over a month now. Y'all know I like to have like an extended period of time before I give any of my thoughts, because skincare, yeah, you may be able to like see some initial whateverness, especially if it doesn't work for you. Like, you'll definitely see initial whateverness. But then, you know, you really got to give it some time before you're like, yeah, this is gonna work or not. I love these. I really, this is probably my favorite of the two. This is just like, I'm not very, like, y'all know when it comes to my skincare, my main thing is hydration. Your girl got to normal to dry. So when it comes to like anti-aging or firming or wrinkle reduction, that's kind of a secondary thing for me. So to get things that are like specifically like targeted towards that is kind of like I said, I'm not as familiar with that. But the one thing I know this serum has been doing is I've been like targeting it in certain areas, and like one of my problem areas, like my forehead's relatively okay, thank you mother for those genetics, but my main problem area is gonna be like right up in here. And so you're supposed to like put it on, you're supposed to pat it and just whatever to maximize absorption. And I've noticed that my skin just looks a lot brighter. I'm not sure about the firming or the whateverness, but it just looks bright and smooth and healthy. Like, my skin, for all the damage I've done to it in the past, my skin is currently living its best life, partly because I'm making up for all the times that I literally physically exfoliated with a sugar scrub. But this is something that the more I've used it, the more just like bright and beautiful and youthful and healthy. You know, like I'm not sure if I can pinpoint, yes, it made this wrinkle diminish by 0.23x0 centimeters. You know, I'm not sure so much about that, but just in using it, it's really just, like I said, healthy. My skin just looks and feels really good and so soft, like a baby's butt. So this is definitely something that I'm like, yes, this is something I'm going to use until it dies, and it's probably something I'm gonna have to repurchase after I run out of it, and that's typically what happens with the IOPE products. Then we got the eye spot. Like, I've been using it, and I think when it comes to eye creams, like I've tried the Ole Henriksen one. I've got another one from IOPE that I like. I've got one from Amore Pacific. That's something that I've been like recently getting into. So once again, I'm not very familiar with how products are going to respond. I think this is really nice. Like my under eyes, I did my like whatevers today and I was like, oh, hey, what's up? You looking flawless. And so I just take a little bit and I just dab, a little bit all up in here. And I think it has been doing a really good job. Once again, I'm not sure about like it like vastly diminishing the wrinkles or the whatever, but it is definitely helping this area of my face to once again be very bright, be very smooth, be very healthy and enlivened. Like I see more results with this, more than the Ole Henriksen one, more than the other IOPE one, and more, the Amore Pacific one is really just more hydrating. But the other two like brightening ones that I've tried, I've seen more of a result with this one than them. So both of these products are ones that I have been really, really enjoying. You all know I love this skincare brand. I consider this skincare brand to be like what Tatcha wished it could be, because I don't know why people ain't talking about this stuff. This is a Korean brand and it's just, I have loved everything. I don't think there's been one thing that I haven't really liked from them. Okay, now let's talk about something that I've reviewed that's kind of like, hey, y'all would have seen the review. I'll leave it linked down below. Anastasia and Amrezy and them doing all their thing. I mean, if you've seen the review, you know what I'm gonna say. It's okay. It's definitely not a palette worth $49. I mean, and on that review, some of y'all were like, where I live, it's $85. Where I live, it's $70. And I'm like, it's definitely not worth that. I mean, it's got the two press glitters. Y'all know how I feel about press glitters. I go into a whole rant in the review on that. I love the shade Barb right here. I love the shade Anastasia Cupcake. Those are three shades that I have pulled this palette out for in the past. The mattes, for the mattes you get compared to Anastasia things that are already on the market, even in other limited edition palettes, but especially their permanent palettes, the mattes just don't live up to anything. I feel like this palette is just, a couple of y'all have said it's like a best of, but if it were a best of, you'd like to think that the formula was going to be just a little bit more consistent. I mean, the majority of the shimmers, especially the pink and the blue, are really chunky, really thick. They're more back pigment than they are shimmer. Like I said, the mattes are inconsistent. They're really powdery. Glitters are awful. I mean, this palette had the potential to be really nice, especially for a lot of people starting out who want to get something that's very multi-use or who want to expand their collection. And if the quality had been there, if they hadn't had them pressed glitters, and if the quality had been on par with Modern Renaissance, Soft Glam, Norvina, Riviera, you know, we'd be talking a different story. But it is obviously not all that jazz, and it's just something that it's just disappointing, you know? It's their first 16 pan palette, so you're excited about that, but just on a whole, it missed a lot of marks for me, not just for me as like a collector, you know, that aside, but for someone who just loves eyeshadow, who's trying to, you know, it just wasn't that good. Then another review that y'all would have seen relatively recently, well, both of these reviews will be recently before this, but Kat Von D was like, hey, you know what? I've been stagnating. You know what I should do? I should release blushes and new lip products and then leave the company. And you know, I don't think that's wrong. But she did release I think these are just the Everlasting blushes. These, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I told you in my review, they're just a really nice formula. I'm wearing one of them on my cheekies today. They're just a really, I mean, y'all know when it comes to formulas, I typically prefer something shimmy shiny, something a little bit illuminating. You know, I'm a lot more particular on my matte formulas. And this is probably one of the top 5 best matte formulas I've tried. They're just so smooth and beautiful. Like every time I use one of them, I'm like, oh yeah, it just smooths on your face like butter. Like it looks so nice on your skin. Like, I'm not sure what I'm expecting when it comes to like a matte blush. Like, I guess I'm like, oh, it's gonna be chalky, it's gonna be flat, it's not gonna be nice. But these are definitely not flat, they're not chalky, they're smooth, they're a good level of pigmentation without being like Becca level of pigmentation, but they're not tart where you gotta smash your brush all up in there. These are a blush formula that I would definitely recommend. If she were to extend her shade range, I'd be like, yes, yes. Just each one of these that I've tried, I've been so pleased with my flush, with my glow, with my whateverness. I've just been like I use it, and this is like really turning me on to that matte formula because it just looks so nice on your face. I know there has been some weirdness. I've been talking to a couple of y'all on Snapchat who've been like, well, they're here and then they're not there and then they're whatever on the Sephora app and the Sephora site. When I went to go find them, they weren't there, so I had to link them to the Kat Von D site. So I'm not sure what that's all about. It may have something to do with the rebranding, but if this is going to be a prelude to what her new to what's gonna happen to the company in the level of quality and stuff, I'm not gonna be mad. Then something that I didn't haul just because it just kind of happened. ColourPop, who y'all know just likes to release things over and over and over again. And for the most part, I'm pretty good at anti-hauling that shiz, but they got me. They got me good. This is the Mint To Be, one of their monochromatic whatever palettes going on right here. Y'all know your girl loves a green color story. And while this one is like a little bit light, a little bit soft, a little bit effervescent, I thought this would be really good to my eyeball. I thought this would be really good to pair with the Just My Luck palette. This green, these two green shimmers right here, Minty and Mojito Mommy, absolute perfection. I also really like Play Cool, which is kind of like a minty green mixed with a little bit of silver. Inner corner highlight be poppin'. So I feel like this one was kind of a given that I was gonna love it considering my relationship with all the other monochromatic palettes, but a surprising love, and a couple of y'all are gonna hold on to your seats. You're gonna, this is gonna be way out in left field for your girl. But when I got that, I was like, well, I wanna get free shipping, so why not buy more makeup? And I picked up the Going Coconuts and the Brown Sugar, which I did not realize was a collab palette. I thought it was just one of their whatevers, and for being a non-neutral lover, I really like these. Like, I anti-hauled this Going Coconuts whatever, and then I was like, you know what? In the midst of my decluttering, I have decluttered a lot of my like neutral palettes, like say my Too Faced chocolate bars, Urban Decay naked palettes, you know, kind of staple neutral palettes. So I was like, well, you know, let me get some neutrals because I feel like that's you know, a little bit standard, but let me get some neutrals in a formula that I really like. And I really like these neutrals. This Carouche one, this Brown Sugar, it's so pretty. I don't go hard for neutrals. Y'all know your girl. I like color, say it ain't so. But the shades in this are just so beautiful. They're like just enough ready, just enough neutral, and both of these palettes play really, really well together. This one is a little bit lighter, a little bit less deep, but just, they're just so good together. And having these palettes and using these palettes have made me kind of, I don't think I've ever been in love with neutrals, but like they've kind of given me a new respect, a new love, a new interest in playing with neutrals. And y'all know I love the ColourPop formula, so I have been using these ones a lot, and they're just so nice. Like, I love these little palettes, and now I have ones that are neutral, which makes me happy, which makes me excited for neutrals again or ever. We got another blush product. Y'all would have seen this in my anti-hauled it but bought it. This is another one of those, like, I can't lie to y'all, I picked these up for $10 and I really like them. This one here is in Kitten Baby. I will say that a large majority of her shades are very pale people friendly. I'm not sure how like melanin catering they really are. And then this one here is We're Going Shopping. But these, you know, like the Kat Von D, you know, they're just a really nice formula. And I've really been, the three blush formulas that I've really been reaching for, the Kylie, the Kat Von D, and the Patrick Ta, which are all matte formulas. So something's being done right. But these are just a really nice formula. After using them, when I bought them, I was like, yeah, definitely for the $10 price. I think they're like $18. Even for the $18 price, I would say these are really nice blushes, because people are always like, I feel like they talk about her lip whatevers and they talk about her eyeshadows, but like these are really good. It's a really nice formula. And I've been using these a lot because they just, maybe it's because my skin is behaving itself, because I'm, you know, doing nice things to it. But they just, once again, they just look so nice on the skin. They're very airbrushed. They're pigmented, you know, like the Kat Von D, they're pigmented, but they're not like crazy pigmented where you're gonna go like overboard on that first swipe. This is definitely a blush formula I would recommend checking out, and I've been using all the shades that I have by her a lot, but these are two of the ones that I've been using the most. Then something that's a miss that I've been wanting to talk about for a while, but for some reason I just never did. I received this in my BoxyCharm. This is the Dr. Rogers Restore Healing Balm. This says you can do to your dry lips, to your skin lips, to your nails, to your skin lips, to dry or damaged skin, lips, and nails to aid in healing. This did absolutely nothing. Like, yeah, it hydrated every once in a while when I was putting it on, but it wasn't making it so I didn't have to keep putting it on. I just kept having to reapply it and reapply it. And I was like, this really isn't like, you know, my EOS lip balm is better than this Blistex chapstick. You know, something for $2, $3, $1 is better than whatever the frig this price point was. Now, obviously, I didn't use it for like whatever and all the other places they say you can use it, but for doing on my lips, it literally did nothing. The only reason it's been used up so much is because it's what I had, and I've been on this use up kick, you know, use up the products you have before you open something else. But I just, at that point, I just was like, you know what, it's not doing anything. I just need to quit. And after I film this is going right in the trash, because that's where it deserves to be, because it's absolutely, it just did nothing. Like healing balm, it didn't heal nothing. Then for a first on my channel, I have a nail polish. Y'all know when it comes to my nails, back in the day I had my nice fancy acrylics. I haven't gone back to that just yet because I enjoyed having the ability to type. Sometimes I do the fake nails, sometimes I'm just lazy. Recently I've been lazy, but one of y'all, JD, you my boo, sent me this beautiful nail polish. I have it over top like a light blue, and it's just so pretty. Y'all would have seen on Snapchat, I applied like 2 coats of this, and I'm hard on my nails. I'm hard on my hands, and it lasted. Like it made it to the weak point without a top coat or anything like that, just being by itself. It made it to a week, and it had just started to have like just maybe a titchy bit of wear, and it is absolutely beautiful and gorgeous. And he says that this brand, this ILNP, is like the whateverness, and at some point I'm gonna be having more of this, but it's just so beautiful. And for being like a holographic whateverness, it's very opaque too. You just need 2 coats and you are shining diamonds to the god. This is a highlighter for your nails, and just something that I was just like, oh, look, so pretty. And then I put it on my nails, and it was an out-of-body experience. But those are the things that I have been absolutely loving or absolutely hating for this month. I feel like my hits and misses are gonna be like, I don't know, because I'm not obviously gonna be hauling a lot of new things. So sometimes when it comes to hit and misses, you're like, oh, I just got this. How am I gonna try it out and everything like that? But I think there's gonna be a lot of revisiting of old products in my coming up hit and misses, which I know all of y'all are totally fine with, because y'all been like, use your old products, please show us things. So I am looking forward into that. Obviously, let me know down below your thoughts about these products, you know, you love them, you hate them, all that jazz, or something you've been loving or hating. I love hearing y'all's thoughts and whatever's on makeup and stuff you've been using. But thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and as always, keep it real. Mwah!